Hi, y'all. I'm always trying to think of what worked for me that could possibly help the next person, you know. And was recently talking to somebody, and they mentioned the number of books they have read or listened to, and I looked back, and I was gonna count mine, and then I thought that might be my ego. But it went back to a conversation we had not too long ago, and a conversation that I have more than I like to admit with many people. And it's the fact that we know everything we need to know. I love a book that I read, Awakening the Intelligence, that my big brother gave me. And at one point he quit writing books. He quit reading books, and that book that I read was actually a speech that he had given, a talk that he had given, and it had been transcribed because he wouldn't write any more books. It had been transcribed by his son, with permission of his son after his passing. And there's always a moment in time that, or probably several moments in times when something changed in people. And the moment in mine, there are several moments. There's definitely a lot of aha moments. And then there's this one moment where I felt like, Jiddu Krishnamurti, where it was enough was enough. Sick and tired of being sick and tired, I didn't want to be a philosopher wearing a white coat and just talking about life. It sounded good, all the stuff that I knew. Great conversation. I was a great advice giver, but I wasn't a great practitioner. I wasn't an amazing doer. So the moment that changed everything is when I was fed up. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I just started executing. And executing is what's important, saying I know everything I need to know. I know all the steps that I need to take. I know what I gotta do. I know at what time I gotta wake up in the morning. I know what I gotta do before I go to work. I know what I gotta do when I'm at work. I know what I gotta do when I get off work. I know what I gotta do before I go to bed. And I know that I gotta do this endlessly. I gotta be in it for the long game. And my advice to you is maybe it's time. Maybe that's that time. I was extremely hard-headed, and I had to hit rock bottom in order to bounce back. Do you want to get there? Have you been there? Many of people that I know have been there and have crawled upwards. I bounced right off, and I came, struggling to the top, but I didn't have any other options. Some people just, I don't know. I used to think I was in love with the struggle, and I think that some people feel that way too, and they get stuck there. That's not a good place to be. Struggle is not supposed to last forever. Maybe your time is now. Maybe you just gotta execute. Wake up when you need to wake up. do what you're supposed to do. If you know better, why aren't you doing better? All right? Love you.